my name is Christine Gott. I'm an assistant head teacher at High Storrs School, a school which is oversubscribed. We have over 1,600 students. My role is an assistant head teacher, and I am also the director of Key Stage 3 and specialisms. I can actually remember the first time that laptops were introduced for our heads of subject at that point, and one of the heads of subject said, no, I don't want a laptop, I won't actually use it at all. And now that person is one of the most experienced teachers within a classroom who uses the interactive whiteboard, Active Inspire, etc. to really accelerate the learning of the students. The MLE has revolutionised our working and operations within school for teaching and learning, for management, structure and organisation. Teachers within the school use the learning platform on a daily basis, from the moment they walk into school to access their emails, taking the registers within roll call, for teaching and learning. Lessons are all on the MLE, ready for a teacher to walk into a classroom, open up the MLE and to start teaching. The learning platform isn't just a document storage area, it is the area where all members of staff use to communicate, for storage, for organisation within the school. All our schemes of work are on the learning platform, all our lessons are on the learning platform. The students save all their work to the learning platform. It is an area in school which is now used as the only resource for communication, for storing, for the delivery of lessons, etc. At any point, we can give an accurate, up-to-date record of who our critical students are in terms of meeting 5 A Star to C, meeting 8 GCSEs, including English, including maths, including both English and maths. We are also able to identify all underachieving students and identify whether that is academically or whether there are other issues which we need to employ intervention strategies to support the student, which may be pastorally based. The management information system and our learning platform actually link through a piece of software. So therefore the information that we have is fed through straight from one system to the next. Our academic tutoring takes place within the classroom, real time, using those facilities which are on the learning platform. So the teacher can actually open up the documents and they can have a conversation with the student about their academic progress in the classroom, in a comfortable environment, and that information is real time. In preparation for Ofsted, we now use the learning platform as a central resource and the central place where all staff within the school communicate. Therefore, any messages, any notes, etc., everything is posted on our learning environment. So it is a one-stop shop for all members of staff within the school and also all students. In preparation for Ofsted, we have a number of different sites which we have set up in preparation for an Ofsted inspection. One of them being the data, and we are very data rich and everyone uses it effectively. Everyone knows exactly where all the documents are within the learning platform. We also have other bespoke sites which have been created for us by Civica. One of them being the CPD register. We are aware that Ofsted will be focusing on the impact of CPD within the school. Therefore, we liaise with Civica about creating a CPD log. So every member of staff electronically records their CPD. In preparation for lesson observations, whether they are done for quality assurance, whether they are done for self-evaluation, or whether they are done for performance management, we have a number of different sites in school which support us in that role. One of the sites being the programmes of study sites. So before we go in and do any lesson observations, we can actually go onto the programme of study site and access the long-term, the medium-term and the short-term plans for that subject. Therefore, when we go in to observe a lesson and we are presented with a lesson plan, we can see how that links in with the short-term, the medium-term and the long-term plans within that subject. All our lesson observations are recorded real time. We work with Civica, and Civica developed for us a bespoke lesson observation log. So they are done real time, we complete them real time. And we have a facility to actually record the timings, the activities and the impact that that has on students' learning. This allows us to make an informed judgment about the lesson and also to work with the teacher to have a look at areas for development as well as areas of strength. When we complete lesson observations, we also identify the strengths and the areas for development within the lesson. We then have some reports that we run across the whole school by subject, by faculty, and we can actually direct members of staff within school to the people who have particular strengths in a certain area. We also use the lesson observation log to identify our areas for development across the whole school, because if one particular aspect of teaching and learning is identified as an area for development, then we as a senior leadership team actually use that information to ensure that the CPD is delivered to address that. Civica have been paramount in moving us forward in the use of our learning platform. We were not a particularly ICT rich school. We had just gone through BSF and we had enormous ICT facilities in place. However, there was a lack of confidence with some teachers in being able to use our facilities to their best possible potential. Therefore, Civica basically held our hands through the whole process. Civica advised us to create a strategy group whereby we use teachers, the senior leadership team and people who were involved and had roles in the development of the MLE. As a strategic team, we met on a weekly basis and we focused on all the areas of the development for the MLE. The Civica staff are ex-teachers themselves, so therefore when we say, well, in order to develop teaching and learning and engagements of students, we would like, they were able to take those ideas, run with them, come back and present a number of solutions. Those have benefited us enormously. One of them being the lesson observation database, another one the CPD register, our programmes of study site. Also, we didn't fully understand that we were actually using the flipped classroom until we actually saw the terminology and had a look at what the flipped classroom meant, because that was day-to-day practice within our teaching and learning within High Storrs School. Every child has a voice. The students communicate effectively via discussion boards within a classroom, so every child is able to express their opinion.